We've got talent manager and brand consultant Danielle DeGregory in to discuss how to get a date and how to use your social media skills to put them to the test in real life. While we sip on our nightcap, the IRL-O Pinot. We might even have a special guest tonight. So tune in. It's complicated.
You're listening to It's Complicated with your hosts Jennifer Golden and Lauren Leonelli, coming to you live from the AfterBuzz TV studios in Los Angeles, California.
Hello, master daters, and welcome back for another episode of It's Complicated.
The struggle is real when you're dating in the city.
I'm Jen.
And I'm not Jen. And we just waved like a princess. I don't know why.
Because we're on parade.
Also,
the parade of dating.
That is Jennifer Golden.
I am her, and you are not Jennifer Golden.
And I am Lauren Leonelli. That was weird. I've never said that before. I'm not Jen.
Just not Jen.
No.
Not at the end
Let's
of
just
it.
stick with that because sometimes you are what you aren't. Today we are discussing how to get a date, especially if you want to diversify your dating portfolio. Didn't that sound so like I was summering in the Hamptons maybe?
Yeah. I'm diversifying.
If you want to diversify it with more than just the dating apps, which I think we should all try to, date in all of the areas. So
Spread the wealth.
Yes, we're going to share some tips on how to apply your social media skills, which you're all very good at, to help you present your best self in your best light, put your best foot forward, IRL.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's how you kind of really want to meet somebody. I mean, you'll all take what happens. But,
we'll take the scraps, yes.
But, no, I mean, I'm just saying, you're like, you're
Take
gonna
what
meet,
we can get at
you're
this
gonna
point.
meet the one, you're going to meet him however you're going to meet him or her. But, also, a lot of people want to meet someone in real life.
I'm holding out for a hero, honestly. I want to go back to the 50s and someone comes and pins me and gives me a Letterman jacket and also asks me to get married in like 3 days.
Maybe his name will be Conrad Birdie.
I love him. Call me.
Who knows? But we're doing that with our guest, Danielle DeGregory, and our special guest as well. So,
Guys, Danielle was born and raised in New York City, a recent LA transplant, and the baby sister of 4. She graduated from Hofstra University with a bachelor's in business and marketing, so she's educated as fuck. She worked for top companies such as Clear Channel, Bulgari, and the Tribeca Film Festival. Oh my God, I can't talk tonight.
It's fine.
Wine.
Dan, you keep drinking because
wine
that is why we are drinking wine, which we will get to in a second. Danielle is currently focused on talent management and brand development, and she is also active in the homeless youth community and producing a film called Lost in America alongside Rosario Dawson and Bon Jovi, who I fucking love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the things. I felt like you should have quoted a song or something at that moment.
Oh,
Living on a Prayer. Is that it?
Yeah,
Living
we're halfway there. Okay, we'll get to that. But
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
got it. So on a personal note, guys, her mom is her best friend, and I wonder if her mom chimes in about her dating and
I'm sure she
relationships
does.
and is probably watching the show right now. And she is a daddy's little girl at heart. And when her father passed, Danielle joined the Damon Runyon Cancer Research family by raising funds annually in his name, which
So
is
sweet.
awesome. And I read that and I was like, wait a second, I want to do that too.
yeah, and you
So.
guys can relate on that level.
Totes.
Jen's dad recently passed as well, and so, hey, we go through life and dating and all the things no matter what is happening in your life, but we're here to make it less complicated for you.
And what I was really thinking was, well, that would be super nice to do that in my dad's name. There's probably like other people that are in this family of people that lost someone too that we could relate and fall in love over relating,
Yes, you
over
could.
losing a parent
You
or
could.
something. I don't know.
Yes,
Call me.
Before we get into all of those things, it's time for our nightcap, the IRL-O Pinot.
You said it right.
It was hard.
job.
Because, like we said, everyone prefers to meet the potential one in real life. But today, everyone's obsessed with technology, and it's really hard. And there are other ways to find your perfect match. So we're gonna uncork some ways to help you use your social media skills. Yeah, and
Uncork.
we're gonna drink to that.
Yeah.
So
Cheers.
cheers.
Cool cup you got
Cheersy
there.
word. Yeah, I know, and it's broken, so I'm gonna try not to.
Like my heart. Sorry.
Oh my God, that was good. You can go home now.
Bye.
Yes, goodbye.
Anyway, guys, as we're keeping things complicated, because that's what we do here, I went dress shopping with you, wedding dress shopping. It's time. It's time for the things to start getting real.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That was just a lot of fun, though. It was so much fun. It was so fun to see you in a dress because, like, I don't think it feels real until you get to that moment. And
no.
And like your gut, we've also been on this, we've been on this journey with you for so long,
true.
and me for a whole 7 years, and have seen you go through all the things and the fucking gamut of dating in LA. And now you're in a place that is just a success story for us all, and you're living your best loving life. And we're very happy for you.
Yeah.
Thank all of us, me and my personalities.
No, it's always complicated though, guys, because it's stressful.
It sure is, but we're going to get to that in a sec. It's still about me right now.
Yeah.
So,
Go.
So I went on a date last week. We all know about that. I was set up by some people.
Oh, right.
And
Oh,
that
right.
was
Yeah.
the Disastersaurus Rex. He was sweating and having a panic attack
I
over
get
me
it. I'm
potentially
like,
talking about him on this
seriously.
freaking show. And
I
I'm
get
like,
it.
Only going to talk about you if you make a scene. And then he went and made a scene. So I promised him I wouldn't talk about him. But I don't think I said forever. I think I might have said like that week, I won't talk about you. So now I can talk about him. Sweating, having like a whole, like along came Polly moment where it was like he was having a meltdown because he couldn't handle, I might talk about him on this podcast. And I was like, it's not about you. This show's actually about me. So it'd be weird if, whatever. So that was weird. And so here we are trying to meet people in real life. And I met that guy in real life and he had a meltdown. And then these dating app people are super flaky. Like you schedule a date with someone and then like you're never to hear from them again. And they don't make a real plan and they vanish. So anyway, I am going to put this episode tonight to practice. I'm going to an event tomorrow night to hopefully meet people.
What's the event?
It is a charity event supporting animal rescue. There is a vodka line called Hera the Dog, and proceeds from that go to the pups and the kitties and the other creatures.
Is it the kitties too?
I don't know. I think it's animals.
Okay. Well, I can relate to your poor friend because I'm like in the...
I thought of you actually. I was like in my head, you've never sweat this much.
I am so hot and sweaty all the time. Like I think I'm about to start sweating right now. No, seriously, because when I talk about the anxiety that my wedding is causing me, like it makes me sweat.
Well, and
like
you had
I
hives
seriously
one day,
am
or
starting to
you had
sweat
welts the
right
other
now.
day.
Like legit, I'm gonna start to fan myself. Because it's putting the dress. I literally have to fan myself.
I'm gonna drink while you sweat.
Please, I'm fanning. Putting the dress on is so stressful. It's like,
Was it? You looked cool as a cucumber.
well, I didn't. It was all the fucking champagne.
I thought, I was like, what's that girl on? Maybe it's like happiness and
No,
love.
I think you asked me if I took a Xanax.
I absolutely did. I didn't know if we were saying that on the show though.
Nope.
Oh, cool.
Well, I mean, listen,
Xanax.
if you need to take a fucking Xanax, take a Xanax, people. But I need to just fan myself right now.
Good.
But I didn't take a Xanax. Champagne works almost like just as good.
We had so much.
Oh my God, I had like
The most.
probably
Carry the
8
one,
glasses
yeah.
or so. I don't even know. Anyway.
A lot of dresses, a lot of champagne.
It's not, I am not nervous about marrying James.
No.
It's not that. I've said this a million times on the fucking show. It's like a lot of attention and hullabaloo, and I've like just not really into it.
Wait,
I'm
okay,
just
so when we were like,
not.
Lauren, like you were on the red carpet and we were the paparazzi, you literally gave us so much good material. It's like you had no cares in the world. You're like, oh, did you ask for me? Hello, Vale. Like, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, it's
So I don't even
no,
believe
but
you
it's-
anymore.
It's
You are
it's that it,
the wolf.
It's
the, what's the liar?
Boy who cried wolf.
That one.
But listen, it wasn't. It's not that I'm. It's not the dress that was. It's the putting on the dress that represents the day that is going to be all of the attention and all of the hullabaloo and all of the shit that I'm like. Does it have to be that way? Like,
Do you want to get married in the dark, or we could all wear blindfolds?
listen.
We can just
I'm not
listen.
saying I want to get married in the dark. I'm saying, does it have to be like everyone sits in a chair and you walk down an aisle and you do the things and then you like, why does it have to be the same every fucking wedding? Like, why can't I, like, if I want to get married on the beach, why can't I have like people standing around with drinks in their hand?
You
and just
can't.
do what
You can't not do that.
I know, but like everyone's like. Then, just everyone has their opinions. And I'm like,
why are you asking?
Can't we just have a party where, like, all of a sudden maybe we say some vows for, like,
Yes.
3 minutes tops?
Absolutely.
And then nobody cares anyway. Nobody wants to sit and listen to you, like, say have a 30-minute ceremony. Like, nobody, it's like, just can we get to the party? Everyone's thinking it. Let's
I'm
just do
waiting
it.
for me to be officiating.
I am
You
not,
haven't asked,
I
but-
am not 12 teen. I don't need to have, like, a prom wedding. Let's just do the damn thing and get to the fun fucking part where not everyone's staring at me because it makes me anxious.
You do know they stare at you
But-
throughout the night too.
It's fine, but then I'm like,
You're in the dress.
other people are there. And
You want me to wear the dress? I'll be a
my God,
decoy.
yes.
I'm glad. I'll do it.
I might need you to come up to the altar and stand in my spot. Like, I'm going
I'll
to
be your
tap out. Oh
stand-in.
my God, we'll be like a WWF wrestling team. I'm
Yes,
gonna, like,
we're a relay
tag
wedding.
team.
Okay,
Tag team, come in. Jen,
I'm gonna dive.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
dive
fine.
over the rings.
Anyway,
and I'm
that's
gonna
what's
ruin
happening.
everything.
We're
It's gonna be
going
weird.
more. There's more wedding dress shopping. Nobody fucking cares. Everyone does
care.
it. I mean, yes, but like everyone does it, and it's like, stop asking. Everyone can't stop asking. When are you getting married? I'm like, I just got engaged like a month ago. If I had this all planned out, that would be like scary. By this point, I mean.
There are people that do that.
Okay, yeah, but not I. So
I'm just waiting for the groom to show up, but it's ready.
Guess what we're gonna do right now? We're gonna change the subject to not
Not about you. Good. More about this.
how to get to this point, so you can be totally excited like I am.
Okay, but real quick, for those that don't remember Lauren's love story, she got introduced to through a friend. End
I
of
did.
story.
My wine is
Fucking
almost gone.
engagement. So,
Fuck.
yeah, she got that set up going, so it worked out for her.
I did, but I did all the other things, and I have things to say about it.
You do. Anyway,
Yeah.
she's the queen of branding, and she'd like you to consult her for a date IRL.
Yes.
Welcome to the studio, Danielle, and potentially a special guest.
Oh, who do we have here?
Why don't you introduce them? I had to bring somebody along with me. That,
I mean, you are good on your own, but this is double the pleasure.
double.
Double the fun.
I had to bring an expert.
And what is he an expert in?
What are you an expert in?
Oh, well, maybe it's because he needs help because he sucks at dating. So we're going to talk about it. Dean Unglert, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here. This is so exciting to have the two of you in here. This awesome twosome.
It's exciting to be had, honestly.
Oh, well, jeez.
That's a good
Straight
answer.
to the point.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it too. So, guys, what do you have to say about all this dating on the apps? Like, why do you like it? Do you hate it?
Do you do it?
I'm on them. I just don't. I'm not successful on them. So I'm one of those people that will write and then ghost.
Oh, you're
What?
that
Okay,
flaky
hold on,
person.
person.
Wait,
I'm that
you're the
person.
Hold on, though.
I am.
That's
I'm the
fine.
flake.
The
Yeah.
action is flaky, but why, though? Why do you think you
Because
flake?
There's no actual connection for me
Okay.
personally. So when you're on an app, there's no. I need to see somebody. I'm still of the old school. Meet somebody in a bar, get swept off my feet, eye connection.
Do you feel more connected to people when you're on another app called Instagram? Let's just say some dude came through your feed and you had mutual friends and you saw your friends liking his photos and you're like, wait, I think I've seen this guy out, or whatever. Maybe you haven't, but you're just like, oh, would you feel more of a connection?
Yeah, there's
It's-
more of a familiarity.
I was just
there.
gonna say,
So
that's
through
why.
Instagram, you see other people, but it's also cultivated, right? It's cultivated to what everybody wants you to see. So there's also that best foot forward. You don't really know somebody.
Yeah, but dating apps are the
right?
same thing. Well, you would
Yes.
hope so.
Yeah.
Okay, so here,
Right.
and
Or-
I'll be a freaking broken record, but I even put this in one of my dating profiles. It says, guys, if your profile is sarcastic and your photos are super bro-y, swipe on a guy, because I'm not going to fucking date you. What are you trying to find here?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, that's your personal preference, and I think that probably falls under most people's personal
Like,
preferences.
I don't
but
get it.
You're
What
putting
do you-
your best foot
know
forward.
your market.
You're putting your
I'm a
best foot.
girl.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You're putting your best foot forward on Instagram and should be on the dating apps, but more importantly, that is what you are doing on the first date. Or when you're out and you're open to meeting somebody and you're talking to
Hopefully.
somebody at a bar, you're trying to put your best, or wherever you're at, you're trying to put your best foot forward. So think about how you do that on Instagram, which is familiar to everybody. Dating apps, maybe like you have a wall up on those things because they're like so specifically for that. There's pressure.
I think there's also that. I was just gonna say there's that stigmatism of what a dating app is,
Yeah.
right? So there's
Yeah.
more pressure.
Yeah.
I've kind of taken the inverse approach of that, of putting my worst foot forward on first dates.
Wait, why?
What? Why?
I'm dead serious,
You're that
too.
guy. Of
Like
course
it
you
can
are.
only go up from there.
Yeah, I'd rather not set the bar so high. You know, the lower you set the bar, the easier it is to overachieve.
Okay. No, but seriously, do you
What?
really like? What do you mean by that? Are you just not trying?
Do you not
really,
pay the bill? What happens here?
Like, what are you
Well,
doing? Yeah. What
okay, I'll go through, I'll do those
the
things, of course, but like obviously in conversation, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I love to volunteer at the church every Sunday, and I foster dogs, 4 dogs a week actually. Like, I feel like a lot of people say things that are exaggerations of the truth to make themselves sound better.
Sure.
But you go through the motions of obviously of still being chivalrous and opening doors and paying for the meal, all that kind of stuff, whatever, all that bullshit that goes into a first date.
Bullshit.
Wait, why do you
But-
think it's
do you
bullshit?
hate it?
I just think it's a bit what's the word I'm looking for? Not like chauvinistic, but like why the hell does the man have to be responsible for paying for
I
everything?
mean,
Okay, so you're not of the old timey times.
Well, I mean, I go through the motions of them, but why is it? If equality is a thing, why does it not extend also to first dates? You know what I
Because
mean?
romance.
Because
Yeah.
Chivalry should not
Chivalry
be dead.
should not be dead.
I mean,
There
I
is
agree that it
still-
shouldn't be
there is
dead, but
still
chivalry-
man and
entitled to
woman.
your own opinion. However, maybe this is why you
it's
suck
a
at dating.
two-way street, you know? At the-
No, I agree. It is.
Yeah, she puts on makeup and
We
shows
had
the
this
fuck up.
conversation the other day, and I was like, equality and what you're saying are very different things.
No,
like, women
it's
still
not.
want to
You
be
can't-
romanced.
You
Yes,
can't,
we do.
You can't
We
preach
still-
for equality when it's convenient for you. And look, I'm here for
No.
equality. I'm 100% here for it. But that also extends to every avenue of life, not just when you want it.
Well, you're being a purist on it, which I get, and that does make sense. And there are some women in the world that are fine. They don't want you to open the door. They don't want you to pay.
But if we're going to be honest about those women, I feel like they have a lot to prove, and they're really sticking their guns
Yeah.
out. Like
But
they're sticking to their guns here, and I think they're trying to make a point. But in their heart of hearts, I do think they want to
still wanna
be
be romanced.
romanced and to
Well, of
feel
course.
like a woman that is cherished,
Yes.
and that kind of thing.
But
it's like taking the point
that
a
is
little
not
too
as
far.
to listen, whatever that looks like for you. Unfortunately, society has put like specific ways that men do that and women do that. But if you think about it, like men, so the way they show they're taking care of a woman, these examples are opening a door, paying for the bill, whatever. A woman does other things that a man wouldn't do to take care of you, like I don't know,
Curls their hair.
cooking a meal. Not that a guy can't do that. Not that a girl
Right.
can't open her own fucking door. But
No,
I'm just
2
saying,
hands. Got it.
we're all trying to take care of each other to show. I mean, we talk about the 5 love languages. Maybe that's the way
Yeah.
you express yourself.
I mean, I just feel like you said, we're conditioned to think a certain type of way, and then when anyone tries to think separately of that, they're almost kind of criticized for it. And we want to I wish that we as a culture could deconstruct all those ideals and just have a general.
That's what we're doing with this podcast here.
It's a little bit more complicated.
This is the time.
It's a little more complicated.
It's always complicated, first of all. But here's the thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Talking about role reversal and the whole thing, or role, just gender.
Gender roles, yeah.
So, okay, if you want a girl to maybe offer to pay for dinner, do you also want her to build your IKEA furniture, or would that make you feel less like a man?
Well, here's the thing. If a girl ever offered to pay for
Probably.
dinner, I wouldn't let her. This is because of the way that my brain is conditioned, because of what you
You just
grow
want
up
her to
learning.
offer.
Not even that. It's just you can't have the expectation.
Okay.
Okay,
know?
so my alligator arms are not okay for you.
What does this mean? I don't
I
understand.
can't
what
reach the bill.
alligator is.
She
Oh
can't
my
reach
god!
into her-
I will always, 10 out of 10 times, I'll offer to pick you up. I'll take you to dinner, all that kind of stuff. But I'm just saying,
But
the
you're
fact-
questioning why you have to do that.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and the fact that there's an expectation for me to do that is frustrating at times.
Listen, it's a lot of pressure.
Okay, in 10 more years, there will probably not be that expectation.
Oh my god! I wish it was 10 years, but
Yes,
I guarantee
but listen,
it's going to be
you
a lot
don't
more
have
than
to
10.
wax your
I'm okay with
balls. And you don't have to pay $400.
That took a turn.
Listen, you don't. The pressure is indifferent. You don't have to pay $400 to get your hair done.
Right.
You don't have to put eyelash
You
extensions
can be
on
salt
to
and
get your
pepper,
hair.
and it's okay.
They're different struggles, and I get that.
Yeah.
And here I am.
They are real.
I don't know. I never take anything I say with anything different than a grain of salt, because it's all ridiculous.
But it's also your opinion, and you are a representation of some guys in LA.
Someone has to date
I
you.
mean, listen, it's
Someone-
a real.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah. Well.
Wait, are you seeing anyone? Can you say?
Oh, I'm so single.
the
most single?
singlest. Okay, so
Wait,
what
and Danielle, same.
Yes.
The single
Well,
list.
yes.
the
Yes.
singlest.
Same,
and you're
same.
both on dating apps and open to meeting people in real life.
So I just recently downloaded Raya a month ago, and I hate so I was not on dating apps for 2 years. I used to be on Bumble. Haven't been on it. My friend, he's like, hey, I just got this free invite. I'll give it to you. And I was like, well, I guess it's a good way to network. And so I was like, yeah, we'll give it a try. But I hate it. Like you guys talked about, dating apps are the worst, because it's there's no connection. This person's having a conversation with 30 other people at the same time.
Wait, is that a thing for you? Because we talked about that on the show. Guys used to think that they had all the control and that they would approach women, and that's how it worked. But now women on Bumble, for instance, we can approach anybody that walks.
Yeah.
And we have as
Or
many
doesn't walk
options
for people who aren't able.
Right. We cannot forget them. So
Equality.
Yes, that's
Full
apparently
circle
our
again.
motto here is equality. So, so we have the same amount of opportunities that you guys have
Right.
now
Yeah.
that we've got these
It
in
does
our little
throw a
device
little-
here. I
throw
mean,
a-
I'm on 72 apps. If they exist, I'm on them.
I'm on 5.
I'm on more 5, but I really
on-
like hyperbole. So
I'm on which? Oh, I don't know that one.
no, that was it's an
Oh,
exaggeration.
I was like I didn't even.
Oh yeah,
Wait a
hyperbole is the
minute,
new
hold
I thought it was a new. I
Starting a
literally
dating
was
app
like,
called
thought it.
Hyperbole.
I literally was like, what?
No, it's gonna be everyone's craziest photo, the most filters you can put on.
Filters.
And the biggest exaggerated
Right.
story.
how you foster 4 dogs a week and you go to church every
Yeah.
Sunday with your
And then
mom
listen,
and
our
17
tagline
I bet
is-
you it would do well.
And our tagline is, it can only go downhill from here.
Right.
I mean,
And scene. You're welcome.
scene.
that would
Somebody
be your app.
Branding.
Yes.
Branding.
Somebody made
That
$1
would be
billion.
his app.
Fuck. We just gave that
Branding.
idea
Right.
away.
We definitely should have cornered.
Okay, but
I
you
know.
guys, you feel so you're on these dating. Nobody here in this room.
Not in this
I
room.
don't really like dating apps either. Nobody really likes dating apps, but we all love Instagram.
Yeah, okay, so explain. Okay, you talked about familiarity for you, Dean. If somebody got through your millions of followers to find you, would you be like into it if they were like, hey, Dean, I slid into your DMs?
I
Like,
think-
let's go on a date.
I mean, a lot of people slide into my DMs regularly, I guess. So
Like, can I
a lot
answer
of the time I don't
Sounds weird.
respond.
Sounds weird.
It's why did someone have
Can I
to make
answer
that
for
sound
you?
so
Why not
sexual?
sliding?
answer
Why
that?
aren't we just
Slide?
like, like opening the
It
conversation
sounds
up,
very dirty.
sliding?
You could have said so many other things. But
Entering.
sliding. It's still. It's,
People
Penetrating
penetrate my
the
DMs all the time.
That's worse.
I like it for the sake of this night. Okay, carry
Okay.
on.
But I think out of, say 1,000 people DM me, maybe one person gets a response. So
Do
it's
you
like,
read all of
do you-
them?
yeah, you can't even get to all of them.
No, you don't get to all of them. I mean, maybe like if you're bored, you'll cycle through the requests folder, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, that sounds like a lot.
Do you
Mine
go-
are
is it the
always
girl-
dirty.
Are they?
Always.
Really?
I never get like, hey, how are? I always get the dirtiest DMs.
I've
I'm
never
not gonna lie.
ever received a dirty message
I
except
get-
for on YouTube.
Oh, we got
I
that one
get
about
the
truffle
What was
butter.
your dirty
craziest
message?
DMs.
It was in relation to truffle butter. It was we did a video on truffle. It's fine, but
So
I
neither
got a
I
dick
do.
pic sent to me on
I get-
DM.
Yep, I get dirty. I will say that I get crazy.
I guess
I do.
Wow. What do you do when
Do you
that
feel
happens?
I don't
doubt?
answer or
Someone
I block
watching and
them.
listening
Yeah.
should send Lauren a dirty DM.
Please, oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, just because then I feel like I've never. It's. I guess maybe I
missed
don't
it.
elicit that response. That's
Well, your hand gesture
Yeah.
sure did.
I mean, shit. Maybe I should like change things up a little.
Take off more
But
clothes.
that's something to be said too, right? What we put out there is what.
Yeah, so what
people
is it what
might-
you're putting
I
out?
don't
Why is that
know.
garnering fucking dick pics?
I didn't say get dick pic.
Oh, I did.
You said that.
I got that.
I said I get dirty like messages. It's like, hey, I
Okay.
want to.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
What's
like
that hand
those
mean?
it
kinds
works
of,
for some
like,
people.
Yeah.
If you got a message that was not dirty, or Dean, you happened to filter through your 1,000 DMs, and you're like, oh, this
So
girl looks
many.
whatever, you cool and nice, and like I want to slide into her DMs or whatever.
I want to
Then
slide back into her DM.
What would you
Mutual sliding.
like? Why would that feel different than a
Sensual.
dating app? Because it's like the pressure is off.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I think it's partially, and I think it's also because I can research, I can look, see who we have in common. I don't know, it just feels different.
Even when I have a dating app
little-
downloaded on my phone, I have notifications turned off for it, right? So say I get a message on Raya, I don't get that notification
Yeah,
until I open the
it's
Raya
true.
app again. But Instagram, if I get a direct message from someone that I've already allowed to direct message me, I'll get a notification on my phone. Like,
And it's like
someone
too
X.
many apps at this point.
So
Yeah.
that's my motivation. Say I meet someone on Raya. My motivation to move it off the Raya app is because then I can start getting text and Instagram notifications. You know what I mean?
Will
So
you
it's almost
follow
like-
somebody from Raya or one of the dating apps on Instagram
No,
if you're interested?
no, I don't do that.
Wait, so you won't slide into someone's DMs, but you'll allow them to slide into yours?
Don't get me wrong, I've slid into DMs before, but I don't make a habit
not
of
a
it.
sliding into a DM.
I
virgin.
penetrated a DM or two in my life, but it's not something that I try to do often. Maybe like I don't know, 4 or 5.
But see,
That's
wait, hold
it?
on though. Wait a second.
reverse hyperbole.
Talk
in
about
that direction.
talk about the reverse gender role here. Like you're letting these chicks or dudes, maybe who knows what you
They
like,
probably.
come
dudes.
to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're letting them make the first move.
Do you prefer
and that's
that?
okay with you.
It's nice to have interest shown, I suppose.
See, and I think that that's okay. That's why Bumble works sometimes, because I think that guys feel a lot of pressure to have to do these things, and sometimes to take that off a
And
little. So girls don't feel afraid to slide into a DM.
And sorry to interrupt, but I feel like the guy that's going to slide into a girl's DM, myself excluded, obviously, is not really the guy that you want to be dating.
Why?
Why?
You've
Why?
said
Why?
that,
Why?
yeah, but I don't.
Because it's just like
I'm all about it.
It's like the same thing, like the guy
Slide in.
that walks up to you at a bar all confident and good with his words, whatever it is. That's the guy that's going to be approaching a lot of other girls at the bar.
But then how do you
But
want
then
this
how,
to
I
happen?
was just going to say, how
Okay.
are you going to?
yeah,
How
how
are
does
we?
anyone
How are
meet?
Jen and I supposed to meet people then?
You have now ruined
You
everything
ruled
for
out
us.
everything.
No, I'm
Bars,
just saying.
All avenues are
apps,
gone.
Instagram.
So
yeah.
you're saying the power is in our hands. We must be the sliders and the tappers at the bar, and we have
to
to
do everything.
swipe right and talk
It's
to
not
people on
just
Bumble.
you.
What do
Yeah.
you want to do? What is it you're going to do? I'm
Are
sorry.
you happy you're here? No.
What is it you're doing for our sex right
I'm
now?
not saying it's whether it's a gender thing. It doesn't
Do you
matter
want
whether
us
it's
to
a
get on
guys or
top too?
girls.
Like, what's happening? What the fuck is happening? happening here?
Yeah. I mean, that's
You want us to change a tire?
Do zero work.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
What do you do again?
For work?
No,
I'm unemployed. Oh.
Stop
wait.
saying that.
It's the root of all the problems. Get
I
a
don't
job.
thi- I
This
don't
is
know.
the problem.
And that's actually, it's
and
funny
I get
'cause
so mad when
I was
he
gonna
says that.
I was gonna say that earlier is when you have like whatever 20, 30 conversations going on in a dating app, and you guys were talking about that. I was gonna say my technique is to feign interest. That way to see if they're persistent with it and they actually really want to like keep talking and hang out, whatever it is.
So you stole that from the fucking girls. That's what you did.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey,
Maybe
listen.
I did.
Also, it's okay to like approach somebody, no matter what gender you are, on an app or not. And it doesn't have to mean that a dude that comes up to you at a bar with confidence is like gonna be bad necessarily. I know what you're saying in theory. Like, obviously, if you get an air of like conceitedness from any girl or guy, you're like, get away with that. But like, you know, somebody's got to approach somebody. So, and you want them to like
Apparently not
be
anymore.
You want them to not be meek about it. So, but like,
Let's talk about it.
No, I
We have
met
to
someone
make
at a
this
charity.
happen.
I met somebody at a charity like event.
See?
and we've gone on a couple of dates.
What? Okay, what did this person say to you? Hey, I love charity. You too. Let's date. Like, what happened?
No, not exactly. We were there for a couple of days because we were helping with the Malibu fires, and it was just kind of it was that natural progression of flirting. I like you. You like me. Every time I kind of looked over, he was next to me. It was like we had
That's
Did you give him like some sort of like open, like a signal?
yeah, like
hey, it's okay.
hey, it's okay. Yeah,
Like, come hither.
yeah, come, yeah.
What
Like,
did you do?
What are you?
And
What,
that's
you
the
come
kind-
help me over here.
Yeah,
What are
that's
you doing?
the kind
you
of thing you cannot do on an app.
Exactly.
Dating apps or Instagram, even though we're more comfortable with it, you just can't really do that. And that's why I think everyone's sort of like yearning for this in-person IRL
Yeah.
thing. But you can use your social media skills to make these things feel a little less awkward because, you know, take the things that you're good at. It's like a job interview. You're going to like take the best things off your resume and
Yes,
present them
it
in
is.
thing. So like, for example, go to do volunteer work is
out of
one of the
their
things, right?
comfort zone.
Yeah, like if you know you're going to an event where you know something about it or you're going with a friend and you've now used
Like
Instagram.
tomorrow night, we're going to this
Yeah.
charity event.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Yes.
Use
Yeah.
Instagram to research the event. Maybe you can even see who liked the photo, who's going. What if you have an interest in these people, whatever. At least
Become proficient in stalking, basically.
then when you're there,
Yeah.
you know what this, if you want to strike up a conversation with someone that happens organically in real life, now you have some things to talk
Mutual
about.
And take yourself
interests.
out on dates. Take yourself somewhere that you enjoy going, and you'll
Yeah.
happen to meet people there that
Because
have
you're in
similar
your
interests
best
because you're in
element.
your best element of what you relate to,
Can I
right?
spark an argument real quick?
Yes, please do. That's why I love what you have to say.
Why do we always have to make dating such a priority? Because then it feels like a relationship is secondary to.
You know this is a dating show, right?
Hold on,
Well,
wait.
this is my
Just check.
point. It's like we're holding relationships up here, right? And this is my biggest frustration when it comes to relationships is when the second most important thing in a relationship is the other person. If the first most important thing is you wanting to be in a relationship, it doesn't matter who the other person is.
I agree.
Because you'll enter into that relationship.
Yes.
Like Lauren and James, for instance, right? Like they're
Oh.
How'd you know his name?
because she said his
I
name
said
out
it
at one
and he
point.
is paying attention.
I don't remember you
Proud of
saying
you.
it.
I didn't hear it
actually.
either.
For instance, you remove the relationship component. There's still two people that want to be next to each other, around each other, whatever it is. And what really frustrates me in life, especially nowadays, and dating and relationships, is people will focus on a relationship rather than the other person. And if that, it's just.
Or getting the person to pay attention to you because you want attention, not because
Because you want
that
validation.
person.
You want that double
the
tap.
validation.
You want those likes.
It's totally right. And dating does not need to be a priority. And in fact, we talk on the show often about why it's single should not equal bad.
Right.
If you want to be in a
not.
relationship, we're here to tell you how to do
How
it or
to
how not to. We had a whole episode last week about our mistakes in dating.
Oh, yeah,
and
there's
like,
lots.
oh well, don't
We
beat
ran out
yourself
of
up
time.
over it. I had the best time of my life before I met the guy I'm marrying now. Like I was like, I'm single and I am sweating already now.
I'm sweating now from that. We're getting married. We saw people.
I was proposed to twice, and I said
What?
no.
What? Reverse?
I was 21 the first time I was with someone for 5 years. His name was Brian.
And
I
you
was
said
like,
no in the moment.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Wait, okay, so that's a great example, Dean, of
But I was
somebody
young,
who didn't
and
just
I was-
want the
I
relationship.
didn't want just the relationship. I wanted something more. And the second time as well, I didn't think I wasn't.
But why
ready.
did they think that they could propose? How were they misreading the signal? At 21, I get.
Were you putting filters on the situation?
How were they
What was happening
misreading
here?
the signal so badly?
I mean, the first time I was young
Yeah.
and we moved in together, and I think he was like, well, this is the next step.
Yes.
It was just kind of like
Yeah.
the progression. And the second time it was he cheated, and this was his way of making up for it.
Oh, that is not a way to make
Yeah.
up for it.
And I was like,
Sorry, it's
no,
a diamond.
I'm worth
it's not
more.
a chastity belt.
Yeah.
Goodness
What a-
gracious.
and the way it was kind of like, I want you to be my wife and the mother of my children. So it was really more like, I want you to like be the girl that's on my arm, but I still want to do whatever the fuck I want. And it was kind of like, I'm worth more than that. So I don't really need the relationship. I didn't need the security. I didn't want that kind of security.
Doesn't seem very.
Thank God that you.
So, yeah.
Good for you. Cheers
But
to
see,
you
so-
for not doing that.
Yeah.
Just because
just
you had the
because.
option.
Exactly.
But also going back to what you said, Dean. So we do focus here on like making yourself a better person first, but for the sake of wanting to find a relationship,
If you want to,
If you want
don't,
it,
if you don't, and
then
you
you
want
should
to be
probably find a
single,
different podcast,
you
but
can also no. But listen, there's being single and dating, but like not getting into a relationship is also part of the process. If you want to be single and date, and just that's as far as you want to go,
That's our next
these
episode.
things all work for that too. Like put your best foot forward. Talk to. It
Yes.
doesn't mean that you're taking advantage of people or lying to people or being a dick. It
no
just
one's
means
we don't we are
that's what
not
you
proponents of wasting people's time here, and it's complicated because I'm old as fuck and I don't like that.
But that's not what you want. If
No.
you want to just be like, I want to just like casually date a bunch of people and like have all the sex, or not
Wait,
even like.
speaking
do
of which,
what
I
you
did
want.
have a moment the other day where I was like, hold on a second, I should be Stella, and I should maybe just get my groove back. Maybe that's what I should do,
Yes.
because there is like a guy at work that's like 24.
Okay, how
and
do you-
he's my fan, and if you're watching, hi, didn't know you watch, but also good. So
Cats out of the
Dead.
bag.
surprise. Anyway, so he's like my fan, and so I'll explain about Instagram.
She loves a fan.
I
Fans
do
scare
love
me.
a good
Fans
fan.
scare
I
me.
fucking love it because you're showing interest, and I think that's probably why you like fans sliding into your DMs, because like you're showing me interest. I know that you like me.
I don't know if I ever said I like fans sliding in my DMs.
Not fans, but I call anybody that likes me a fan.
Sure.
Because like they're a fan, obviously. They don't not
The
like me.
attention,
They're
the
not a
validation.
fan. They
I
fucking
get it.
like me. So he slid into the DMs, and I was like, oh, there you are. And I didn't realize because it went into that like request zone. But then I was like, oh my God, he's been commenting
It's
on
like
my
I
Instagram
don't even
stories.
know what any of you are talking about.
So you probably don't even know what's there.
So sad.
I know it's tech stuff. I'll teach you it. It's
No,
fine.
but I'm like, nobody does that to me.
No, they might. You just might not know
wrong
it's
with
there.
me?
You might not know
I
it's
think it's because
happening.
your left hand's a little heavier than the rest of ours.
But it was just like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
fine.
the fucking,
It's fine.
yeah.
It's
so
fine.
anyway,
It's
so
fine.
he slid into the DMs, and I'm like, wait a second. And then there was like another guy that has been appearing, and I'm like, wait a second, you're a fan too. I'm like, why am I shunning people just because I want a husband? I'm like, I could entertain all of these people and
Should
get my groove
entertain
back.
all of the people.
Why not? I'm
My-
just gonna put it
I
out
tend
there.
to do that too with younger because
they're like fanboys. I'm like, sign up.
Because I'm like, you're 24.
Right,
you're
I don't take you
25.
seriously, and you definitely don't take me seriously because I'm your mom.
I mean,
so-
listen,
Seriously.
judging a book by its cover, but that's okay because you're probably not wrong. Most
'cause I'm their mom?
24-year-old
What are you trying to
dudes
say?
are like not not generally.
I don't think I've been hit on by anybody that's older than 26 in 4 years.
Really?
I wonder what.
Where are
that
you going?
is.
What are you doing?
I don't even know.
wait, the guy you
Except
met
the
at
guy
the
that I'm
charity?
talking to now. Yeah, no, he's
Why is
not
that a thing? Do you
26.
think younger dudes are just like go for it, or
I think
what?
it's I think it's just because where the industry I'm in, where I am, and I don't kind of put myself out there in situations and places that I would meet people that would be more suitable age-wise.
Like you go to events and like you do work with influencers and talent and things, so you go with them to
so
things.
I go with them to things, and by the time that's done, all I want to do is be on my couch. Like I'm really a homebody too.
So am I.
I'm a homebody.
So boring.
Getting me here. The reason he's here is because I was like, I think you should come with me.
I need
like,
to bring-
I need to bring like
You're her emotional
my
support
emotional
person.
support person.
I'm the
my
worst
God.
emotional support person, I'll give you that.
Dude,
but-
I think you're
happened.
doing okay.
But a guy's perspective,
pretty
what do
good.
you think that is? Do you think that age thing has anything to do with it, or is it just what Danielle was saying, circumstance of?
I mean, I'm 27. I think just it's more location than anything else. Like Los Angeles is probably the hardest place in the world to date because no guys are taking it seriously. No,
Why do you think that is,
Nobody?
in your opinion?
that's a
Nobody.
great question.
Nobody.
I mean, you went on The Bachelorette.
I went
was
on The
young.
Bachelorette.
Yeah,
You
but
were
so like,
young.
were you trying to find a wife, or you were like, hey, I'm here for the wrong
I
reasons?
was working at Startup Tap as a tech recruiter.
Yeah.
I was like, what could I
Fun
do?
fact, Dean was my recruiter for a
yeah.
job.
Yeah.
Also, your friend,
funner
your
fact,
friend
Jenna
nominated.
did not get the job.
Your friend nominated you
And
too,
also,
so you didn't go for it.
it's an experience. You
Wow.
can't go into the whole dating sphere or bachelor or bachelorette with like, I mean, you can go in with like a laser beam focus, but like you're also, life is an experience. So you can just say, I'm going for the experience and I'm open to what
So
will
we're gonna
happen.
date
And again-
24-year-olds.
No, I'm not. But again,
just
you,
me.
not
Just me.
me.
But
I'm
I've dated older
But
women.
But you also were nominated to go. Like your friends did it, right?
Yeah, it's not like
you
I
didn't
sought it
go
out. But I
and
mean,
seek it out.
we don't have to get into the origin story of how I went on The Bachelorette. But I don't think that all.
But there's a point. But that answers the question, right?
I don't think that
'Cause she
all
was like,
younger men are not worth your time, right? Like,
No.
as a
Yeah.
25-year-old, I dated a 30-year-old. I went on dates. Never maybe on a girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. But like, I don't think that there's like an age restriction to it. Right? It just really depends on who you vibe with.
So I should give this 24-year-old a chance.
100%.
Never know.
What?
I
Yes.
don't know.
What a ridiculous question even ask?
Oh,
You
He
definitely
doesn't
should.
know
My wine.
cultural references. I said something the other day, and
Okay,
everyone
but
looked at
that-
me like I was insane. I'm like,
Okay.
ambiguously gay duo, and everyone looked at me like I had horns growing out of my fucking head. I'm like, watch SNL. They're like, what's SNL? I'm like,
No, they didn't.
Pete Davidson, anybody? I can't.
Well, no. I mean, that's going to be a thing no matter what, but you can't fault somebody for that because it's a
Yes, I
generational
can. Be
thing.
born later.
No,
Earlier.
I'm just saying, but that
Earlier.
it's not. It doesn't mean that there couldn't be other things, levels of compatibility. Even if someone's your age, or
likes my
older.
dog.
I mean, listen, if you date an older guy, he's gonna make a reference that you're like, "What the fuck's that?"
Also, my mom
fuck
the
is
other day,
Cheers?
Yeah.
my mom sends me a guy the other day that was 50 something. I'm like, lady, I don't
you're
need a
going
dad. I
over.
had one, and she's like, yeah, but like he's really successful.
Like
and,
I wouldn't be opposed to going on a date with a 50-year-old.
You want me to send him your way? When
Maybe.
he's- well, she told him to slide into my Facebook
Slide into
DMs because that's his
Facebook.
generation. So yeah, he's apparently supposed to slide into my Facebook DMs.
Ages, listen, be open to it, but you're probably going to connect with someone a little closer to your age because you know the familiar things,
Right.
but never say never, like Justin Bieber said. Is that him? Yeah.
Yeah.
See? I went to the younger ones.
I like that was really
Nice.
really good.
See what
Well,
I
Jen,
did
I'll
there?
send you
Thematic.
the 24-year-olds. You send me the 50-year-olds.
Sweet. Into
And
it.
then we will circle back and see how that went.
Yeah, we'll
You
do
guys,
a follow-up show where we talk about our success stories and
There
how
are-
we're engaged too.
There are other things you can do if you would like to get off of the fucking apps and always go to your friends' birthday parties.
Always.
I love this one.
It's true.
Yes.
You
well,
can
also,
see-
don't
That is a
be
good
an
one.
asshole and not go.
Well, listen, it's a perfect reason for you to be there. You've got to, or like a friend's event or something. You got to support them. You got to be there for them. Sometimes if it's like on Facebook or whatever, you can see who's going.
Right. The attendees.
I hate the Facebook invites.
I was like, do they
oh, I
still do
never
the
even
Facebook
see
I
events?
miss
No.
them because I only go on Facebook if like somehow I'm trapped and have to go there. like
or
a notification
if
pops
it's like
up
an
and it sends me.
e-vite or a paperless post or something, use your social media skills or your eyes in the fact that you can read and see who
Sometimes
is
you can.
going.
You're just listening, and for
See
you,
who is
equality.
going. Think about it like you're on Instagram is what we're trying to say.
Right.
Like, because that's what feels good to us, right? So start to like look around and be like, okay, I'm gonna go. Like, it's a party. I'm gonna dress like, put something cute on.
I'm gonna put my filter
feel
on,
good. I'm gonna filter
take
my
myself
face
out.
with all of the Kiehl's blurring cream.
I will say, I wanted to make this point earlier. If you are someone on Instagram that wants to reach out to someone else because you're interested in them, make your profile public, please.
Oh, yes.
good
The
call.
private
Do us a
profile
favor.
is ridiculous. It's like, what do you expect? Because there's no way that anyone can actually like see who they're talking to if
Yeah.
you're private, you know?
And also, what are you private from? Like your sandwich photo or something? Like,
I
why
don't
are
like your
you-
cat, like because you take a lot of selfies. Like, go away.
But private,
also,
it's weird.
So going back to this whole why Instagram is more disarming than a dating app, I think because you start. There's a long game involved. You start becoming Instagram friends. So maybe this
Yeah,
person.
this is like the
you build a
process of how it
rapport.
works.
Okay, you build a rapport. You friend them potentially. Then you start liking their photos. You maybe.
But wait, there are rules about how you can do this.
Right.
Don't like too many.
No, don't go
Yep.
fucking
Don't
balls to
go
the
back.
wall.
Don't go back to
Don't be a
like 8
stalker.
months ago.
Oh,
Just
no.
keep it within like
Recent.
the month.
Recent.
Right.
And then
I mean, this is what people say.
this is this is what I've done.
Feel
The
free
kids,
to
that's what the kids are saying.
This is what I do in my life
feel
every
free
day.
to look with your eyes. Just don't tap with your finger.
No, only like a couple photos show interest, but don't be a stalker, you weirdo. I wouldn't go commenting on photos. They don't know you yet. I don't know if that's a way to get attention. I don't read
When
my
are you
comments.
allowed to comment on a photo after you've
After
engaged?
there's
you
mutual
have-
friendship potentially,
Yeah.
and you've had a little bit of a rapport. You also don't want to like mark your territory. You're not that person's. No one's territorial.
Well, this, you guys, again, listen to everything that we're saying
Every
and put
word.
it into the real world. When you're actually in front of the person, it translates.
We'll
So
put these
be creative.
these steps on Instagram as well, where you should double tap and friend us. But slide into our DMs.
Yeah.
So also, my personal favorite, and tell me if I'm wrong again, is going into the Instagram story.
Yeah, the
and like
stories.
commenting on that because that immediately opens up a chat if you're following each other or whatever, or if you're like public and stuff.
And if you meet somebody at the said party or event, it's a great way to be like, oh my God, let's take a photo.
Group
I'm going to
photo.
put it in my story. And then you're like,
You tag
what's
them.
I'm going to tag you on Instagram. What's your thing? Then Done.
Done. And now you're friends on Instagram. Boom.
So on my podcast yesterday, we talked about how I slid into a girl's DMs, right, on like mid-January or something like that.
What did she do to warrant you doing that? Because you're like opposed
You're
to
just
doing
like,
it.
she's
Yeah.
hot.
This was
What
like
is
the fourth
this?
or fifth girl.
Oh, wait, I know
It's an
who this
Instagram
is.
model.
Lauren
huh?
probably nailed it on the
I
head.
know who this is.
She's hot.
Yeah,
She's
obviously.
she's pretty hot. Anyways, I slid into her DMs. The message was never accepted on her end, so it never said seen. And then we had her as a guest on my podcast yesterday, actually.
So now we know who she is.
And so what I did was live on air, I told her to
gosh.
open up Instagram and read
shit.
the message live on air. And she said that she saw it 3 weeks ago when I first initially sent it to her, but she never decided to accept it until just that moment.
Why?
So I don't know. At
You
the end
didn't
of the day,
ask her why
Are you
she
gonna
didn't
go
want to
out?
accept
well, she
it?
said she didn't accept anyone's DMs at the time, but I'm like, okay, but
But
you're-
it's me.
But why aren't you accepting my DM?
And now
But
you're on
it's
my
me.
podcast, which is way more
That
personal.
is super weird.
Exactly. Well,
Are
and then so she did an interview at some point and said that
She, like, 24
was-
years old.
She was interested in meeting me, and so she did an interview saying she was interested in meeting me, but then never responded to my first DM from like a couple weeks prior. I don't know. It was this big funny thing. But the point is, just because someone's not responding to your Instagram DM doesn't mean that you should lose hope in potentially meeting that person.
I
What?
agree.
But how are you going to get in touch if they don't respond?
get
I
You're not
agree.
going to keep writing
Get
them.
creative.
confused.
But
Yeah.
also, you don't, I mean, it doesn't need to be like an end all be all black and white, but also you have to pay attention to the fact that this is all you're communicating with. So you don't want to like completely shut a door. Maybe give someone some incentive.
Let 'em in.
Again, in
Let 'em
real life,
slide.
you meet someone at a bar, you don't have to like spill your guts and your life story to show you're interested, but like give some incentive. Like at the event, you're like asking someone to help you at the charity event, like maybe make eye contact, smile,
contact is
double
good,
tap. I don't know.
I don't know,
Well,
guys.
the eye
double tap?
contact is the same as a double tap,
Yeah,
right?
right. Thank
So
you.
you have to start to like put them together, right? So
Don't be
Instagram,
afraid. Don't hide behind a screen.
is the liking would be the eye contact in the
Yes,
bar.
agree.
Then the responding to a story on Instagram would be the maybe the
Hey,
smile and the
yeah.
approach and like going over to the person in the
Yeah.
bar. And then you take it another level.
And then
like
the personal conversations are, hey, can I buy you a
conversations. Can I
drink?
buy you
What's
a
your
drink?
name?
Exactly. So it's
So what's the can I buy you a drink equate
equivalent
to
on Instagram. It's a message.
No, but also.
Hey, let me comment on 5-year pictures real quick.
No,
Five?
you got
What do you
okay, listen.
say?
We're going right back into that direct message that we're talking about here. My favorite that has been used on me.
The story.
The story
You like
is
the story.
Now this person has seen some of my life for the past like week or so, and they're like, "Oh, I want to do that with you." Like, because they now know what I'm up to, and they insert themselves into it, and that's their segue because they see, oh, you went to the dog
Just make
park?
sure it's
I want to
appropriate
come next
that
time.
they
like,
wanna
it's-
do that with you.
I wrote. Okay, here's a good example. The 24-year-old saw that I was writing like, I got home from whatever. Oh, the Super Bowl. Now I need recs for what to watch on Netflix.
Yes.
He wrote me, we should have a movie night soon.
Perfect.
Bravo, 24-year-old.
Good job.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
See?
Fucking touchdown.
Netflix
I haven't
and
done it
chill.
yet
He
'cause
went
I'm
right in
still-
there.
Exactly. I'm still concerned about the age gap, but we'll see if he wants to like
Don't
watch
let
something
it
age
close the
appropriate.
door.
So you didn't
I hate
respond.
it. I hate
Oh no,
that.
I did, and I see him at work. So
I hate that reach out. We should have
What?
a movie night soon. Too much too soon.
No, but we've been talking.
Oh, you have.
This was
Okay.
the first
Okay. I thought that was
interaction.
his initial.
Oh no. He's now seen my like life story
Gotcha.
unfold.
And
Yeah.
But this is somebody you know in real life. This isn't
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
that you've
So
met
he
online.
felt
So it's a little
comfortable.
different.
But let's
Yeah.
assume
A
I
little
didn't.
different.
I would still be like, okay, well now we've been bantering. He's cute. He's like not like a.
Right, but if you didn't know him in real life, it would be a completely different
I think
scenario.
I
it
would
would
still be into it.
No,
And-
I agree. I think it'd be different.
No,
Yeah.
the gradual portrait. No, I went out with a guy who
for
did
all
DM
intents and purposes,
stuff.
any effort and no, not too aggressive, but any effort to take it off the app and get it in real life is always appreciated
Off
by a
the app.
woman. I can speak for a woman,
course.
the race of women.
But don't you think, as
The race.
as a beautiful woman, as all three of you are, isn't it kind of annoying sometimes when guys are like so
Yeah.
persistent and consistently saying like,
If
and
you're-
there's so many of them, I would
If
imagine.
you're not taking a social cue from us and we're not like,
Yeah.
I mean, listen, we're not going to be overly easy or eager because that's just life, but and it's not a game necessarily. Maybe it's just like a precaution. But like, if you're not taking a social cue after a certain point, then it becomes like annoying.
Right, like,
you should
gauge
you
interest.
Are
You
a
know.
smart guy. You would be able
Guys
to read
know.
that. You don't have to worry
Yeah.
about that.
Right, like if
You'd
we're
be
not
fine.
interested, don't keep asking. But like if we are, then move it along. Let's get to the place where we meet and do sex.
My wine's gone.
Two sex.
And doing sex. So okay, so
So
you
where
guys,
can people do sex with you?
yeah. Not really, but you know what I mean.
I was like,
you guys, I know now we have to wrap because we talked about
So
all
sad.
the. Listen,
I
just
hate when this
pay
time comes.
attention to. I know it's so sad.
gonna
Pay
drink.
attention to how the things that make you comfortable in your own personal life, whether it's on Instagram or not, how you can then translate that into real life, where you feel good or where you feel like you want to meet somebody or not, and whatever that means to you, meeting somebody to just date or to go all of the way and try wedding dresses on and give yourself anxiety about it, whatever that means for you.
Make relationships great again, and that's how we're gonna do it. We're leaving it at that. How can people slide into your DMs and stuff? Where can they find you?
Where can they find me?
Yeah.
DannyJoe02. Where can they find me? On my Instagram?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
They can reach out to her because she's managing me, and they
true.
can go through her.
You can
But
find
if they
me.
want to slide into your DMs,
Yeah,
Dean,
you want
how
that.
do they?
They
do
can
that?
slide into mine.
Where do they
I'm gonna
find
filter
you?
for
Okay,
him.
fine. You can filter for him, but where can we listen to your podcast?
Help I Suck at Dating. You can also find me at Deanie_babies on Instagram and Twitter. And all
The truth comes out.
Beanie babies.
But what if some girl didn't know that
Bravo.
fucking cultural reference? And they're like, what's that?
They have
Deanie
to
baby?
go through
You know,
me
you want to know how
anyway.
many times people say, I had no idea that Deanie Babies was a playoff of Beanie Babies.
Oh, kill them.
Well, then-
Send them off to dating hell.
Don't go
No.
out with them.
They're too young.
And you can
They're
go,
24.
And you can go out with us again next week with our friend
It's getting
Brett
serious.
Gursky and
Brett.
his gaggle of friends that he's going to be bringing on more surprise guests as well. So
It's
don't
a men
forget.
tell all Valentine's Day panel,
Do
guys.
not forget
Uh-oh.
to tune in and listen and watch for that one next week, and follow us at Complicated Show. And then where can everyone slide into your DMs?
I was waiting for you to ask.
I know.
At Jennifer Golden with one N, one F, Golden regular spelled. You
And
know.
also,
call
you
me,
can
marry me. You know.
follow me and slide into my DMs and show me what it's like if you want. At
Dick
Lauren
picker.
Leonelli. Please don't do that. At Lauren Leonelli on all the social medias. And we will be back next week.
Love you long time.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.